Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Welcome to all new subscribers and viewers alike. I love you all. Thank you for connecting and deciding to share some time with me today. So, today we're going to talk about mental illness. And I personally have not experienced mental illness, so please know that the opinion I am expressing in this video is solely from a space of observing others who are close to me, but nothing personal. I am not a licensed physician. Please do not stop any regimen that you're currently going through. This video is solely for expressing my opinion, okay? Disclaimer, because apparently those things are needed. So, today's video, I want to talk about where the base of all mental illness comes from. The majority. I don't want to say all, but the majority. Okay. Most people are not born with mental illnesses. But the way how our body works as humans is we are beings of love and, simpleness and, just non-chaotic. That is not who we are as a being. Okay, naturally, biologically, we're in order. We have systems. Our body functions, all that. And as long as you fuel it things to keep those systems running, we're okay. But when you have constant disruptions in the system, let's say you're in a job that you hate that you go to every single day, right? That's a constant stressor. Normally, you can deal with it when it's just one. You can unwind, let's say you drink wine or whatever the case may be to kind of calm yourself, calm your nerves, as you would say. If you have a constant stressor that you cannot alleviate, and then let's say you multiply that by 3 or 4. Let's say you are in a job that you don't like, okay? Your boss is disparaging. Let's say someone or a couple of people you know and love pass away. Let's say the economy goes up in flames and you lose a lot of your savings, including your retirement. And then let's say that you also get diagnosed with some type of disease physically, right? Let's say you get cancer or something. All that compounded is a mental stressor, and a lot of people don't know how to uncluster those stressors. So it begins to compound and multiply, right? Let's say all those things happen to you at once, right? In a span of a couple of days. Now your mind doesn't know how to untangle everything that's happening. It doesn't know how to sort through it, right? It doesn't know how to organize or compartmentalize and get rid of those stressors so you can unwind. And now it continues to build and build and build to the point where you have a snap, you have a breaking point. And now it's manifested as depression or bipolar or schizophrenia, or let's say it manifests something physical, right? You become an addict of some sort. You turn to, drugs or something of that nature, or you develop OCD or something else of that nature, right? It's not because it's something that was born in you. It's just a trigger that you had because you had all these stressors built up. It's kind of like a balloon, okay? If you blow and blow and blow a balloon and inflate it and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, there's only so much air that the balloon can hold under pressure before it bursts, right? Before it hits its weakest point and it bursts. It's the same way with your mind, okay? When you have some of these mental diseases that trigger, it will cause things to develop and manifest outwardly, okay? So when you go and you see a therapist or, a professional mind uncluster upper person, right? When you go and you see them and you speak to them about your problems, They're just untangling. They're just untangling. They're just asking questions to untangle and get to what the root of it is. So for those who may have been, whom are saying, oh man, you know, the light bulb is going off, and you're like, wait a minute, I resonate with that. I feel that something's been going on and I feel it's coming on, and now I obsessively wash my hands, right? If you want to get to the root of what's causing you issues and you want to untangle the stress mess in your mind, the best way to do that, and I know it sounds so cliche, and I know it's easier said than done, but the easiest way to do that is to take a moment, 5-10 minutes a day, and go within. And it's hard if your mind is going a million miles a minute. But I promise you, with consistency, if you continue to take time for yourself, don't give in to the pressures of easing the pain, of letting things go. Feel those emotions. Feel them. Let them subside. Let whatever comes up, come up. Sit with yourself. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes in quiet reflection, meditation, prayer, whatever you want to call it. But you need some quiet time. And allow your mind to go from 1,000,000 miles a minute to 999,000 miles a minute to 900,000 miles a minute to 800,000 miles a minute, until it decreases all the way down to a speed that you can control. The underlying base of all dis-eases is constant stress and anxiety. So if you see what is causing those triggers, you can now get rid of those things in your life, and it can be manifested in different ways. If you're having issues with speaking up for yourself, with speaking your truth, it can manifest as throat cancer. If you're having issues with dealing with the constant stressors in your life, not feeling you're good enough, not being in a happy home, not having loved ones support you, losing people who do support you, getting fired from a job that you love, being diagnosed with some physical ailments, all those stressors, watching the news, oh my God, watching the news will cause you mental disease, okay? Having all those stressors constantly on you and not taking time to declutter from those things will cause dis-ease. Your body is now, instead of being at ease and having your systems function the way they should be, they're now working overtime. They're hyperactive, trying to deal with other things, and it's causing conflict. So give your mind and give your body some time. A couple of minutes goes a long way. I promise you, 10 minutes goes so long by just sitting and reflecting and allowing to what arises to arise. If you feel like you can't deal with it at that moment, then imagine putting it in a balloon and watching it float away. If you no longer want to deal or think of those things, just imagine floating it out into the atmosphere. Your mind can't tell the difference. So, to keep it short and wrap it up in a pretty little bow, and I know it's easier said than done. I know people who are bipolar. I know people who have schizophrenia. I know these things. And again, if you suffer from any mental dis-ease, in which case you are under a physician's care, continue to do what's working for you. But if you want to enhance, if you want to expand your healing, if you want to accelerate your healing, take some time, go within, and allow whatever is bothering you to arise. And do not be afraid of what happens or what may come up. Accept yourself for who you are and allow it to be a part of you. Show love to that piece of you. and let go of that anxiety and stress. There's nothing to be anxious over. There's no reason to be stressed. I promise you, stressing out is not going to make that loved one come back. Stressing out is not going to get your job to be what it is that you want it to be. Stressing out is not going to get your money back. Feel those emotions and let it go. And let go of that thought process and the belief that nothing works out for you. A belief is just a train of thoughts that you continue to think, that you've programmed and gave life to and gave momentum to. So if you let go of that thought process and you change the momentum, it will help your mentality 1,000-fold. Give yourself 30 days, 10 minutes for 30 days, every day in the morning. And then come back and comment on this video and let me know how that worked out for you. If you did not see a change, if there was no change at all, regardless of how significant or insignificant you may think it may be, if you saw zero change, then I have something for you. But you gotta let me know in the comments below. Okay, wealthy family. So that is all that I have for you today for this Mindset Monday. You know, I like to keep it short. I love you all. There's my puppy here protecting me. I love you all, and I'm thankful for all of you, and I appreciate you all spending some time and listening to my opinions, right? I love the interactions, and I appreciate you all so much. So until we meet again, wealthy family, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.